This is episode 2 of doing some live Meteora trading. We don't make the most this episode, but we do still profit, going from around 15 to 17 Solana before I do switch wallets and end up making another kind of like 4 Solana in a very short amount of time. So still profitable. I try pretty much every strategy under the sun, with one-sided Solana spot, bid ask, going two-sided, going just token-sided. We do it all in this episode, just trying a lot of things out and trying to scale this wallet. So for this trade, I want to show you the power of what a really wide bid ask or spot position can do for you. So as you can see, this token here, Blick on Solana, has completely rugged from 1.4 million all the way down to 140k right now. It was super bundled. It always was. And I actually made a position on this. I went out and forgot I had it open. I was hoping to catch a flash dip, which, did happen very often, like right over here. And I made some profit on that. But I set up this really wide bid ask all the way from up here, minus 87%. And as you look right now, we're actually in profit apparently, or about break even though we're right at the bottom of the position. And that just shows you how having these wide positions, even with the slightest movement up, can actually put you in profit. And even if we rise up to kind of 300k mark, I'll be in a decent amount of profit relative to my deposit size. And as I was speaking, we just hit a massive green candle on this. Couldn't make this up. The token completely rugged. I had a minus 87% curve from all the way up here, literally down to about here. We've just had a big green candle which has rocketed my position up, and I can go ahead, withdraw that. You can see the fees almost add up to my 2 Solana deposit. I can go ahead now and close that out for a decent amount of profit. I haven't really looked into this coin. I don't know if it's any good, but I definitely want to zap out of don't want to get caught with unnecessary funds. I can generate my P&L. Next, we have a bit of an interesting trade, and I'm not quite sure why I entered it, to be honest, but that is the pigeon pool. And I don't know why, but you can see my cost basis there. I just decided to buy some tokens around here, a bit of a dip, and then we've just had a big pump around 50%. I only bought one solid token and went in two-sided. Honestly, I can't say there was a lot of strategy with this. I just wanted to go in two-sided on a token. I think this was more, it luckily has just worked out so far rather than too much strategy. But I did, look at the chart. I thought it looked like a solid meme, had some legs to grow on, and it looks like we did just get that pump. So a quick new position, and what I've gone in is the open claw pool. We can actually size up a bit now. I saw the entry with 2 wallets on my dashboard having entered, and I actually made my own position. I went with a wide bid ask curve, which is different to what these other users did. And as you can see, we did pump out of range. We're actually back in range now. And you can see my fees right there, which I've generated. I think I will claim all the fees and sell them because, I don't know if it's going to pump more. I could hold on to my fees if I want, but they keep renaming this token. So I don't think that's something that I want to do. But this is good. Hopefully you can start making some bigger gains now, still on, kind of that all green win rate as well. So I actually went ahead and opened one other position too. And again, I did see this with a few wallets, but also I did see it was on a pretty big dip as well, which made it attractive to me. And I thought, it had some volatility down here, and that is the Crust coin. As you can see, it ran up, when I was, I guess, asleep, kind of to 4 mil, and it's dumped all the way down to 400k, but it's pretty flat. But even down here, we have a bit of volume, and we have this volatility, which is still covering a pretty wide range. I even ran up to 600k. I'm just pulling down here, and from this, we're even able to generate a decent amount of fees, looking at $20 right now. So hopefully these 2 positions I have open stay profitable. I'm going to leave them open for a bit more. I'm thinking there more room to grow on the open claw. You can see it's been ranging very nicely. Even though I've got a bid ask that goes down here, even with just that range, I've managed to make some really nice fees. So now I'm going to try a new feature which I just added to my dashboard, which I've just released to some more people to test. And it's a new thing I thought could be quite fun to figure out and get it implemented. But obviously we have all of the wallets on a certain list have transactions, and what I've added is when they enter a position, what you're able to do is that they can all load up. You can click on this button and it will create the position for you with a wallet implementation system I added. So I should be able to click this. Okay, seems to think I have a bit less Solana than I do. I'll just enter with 0.8. and it should open the exact same position for me, which is good. And we can go ahead and verify that afterwards. So it actually went ahead and made that position for us, which is really, really cool to do. You know, saves, sometimes transactions don't land manually, and it can just save a bit of time if you know there's a strategy you want to use. I've just been playing around with it a bit, trying to get it working, but obviously a very narrow position on a pretty new coin. And this is just kind of one of those heart attack strategies, trying to get in and out with a little bit of profit. I'll go ahead and pull up the chart for this one too. You can see we literally went, literally a 30% range just here for that quick gains. Obviously, I tried to go in with more Solana, but, we're still kind of testing, and I just had to go into my copy trading and refresh it so it could update my balance. But, in the future, I can up that value. And if I go back to my dashboard, you can see we've pumped out, and I can manually go ahead and close, or I can do it from my dashboard. And we've got a tiny bit of profit there. And just like that, I'm back in the shark, basically doing the same thing, going pretty narrow, just testing out right now, to be honest, seeing if we can just make a bit of profit, testing out the entire process. But the shark token has been fairly stable, and you can see it has these big volume spikes, and that's where we're trying to get in with doing this, where we're trying to catch, these fairly narrow moves. Obviously, the risk is we have a breakdown, and that is when doing this, you want to close out and exit quick. I'm not trying to stay around, catch another dump, because then the impermanent loss really, really adds up. So I actually got to enter again. Sadly, I literally turned off my recording. But again, we just caught a little movement here when the volume spiked with a fast position, ready to exit as well. And, it was just a small print, but, upped the deposit a bit as well. And we're going in once more again, hopefully. And hopefully, we don't get rugged on this one. And then we should be out with a decent amount of profit overall if I refresh the page. So we had the dip and the pump, and I'm personally going to be exiting here. So I'm going to withdraw and close, and that's pretty much 100% profit over the fees I generated there, which is pretty good as well. And I think we will end out here so the video is not too long, but we showcased a few different strategies and used a few different tools and methods in order to find those trades.